What's good, everyone? This your main correspondent, Alan Taylor, and I'm back in the broadcast room yet again. And listen, look, this is the deal right here. As you can see the title of the broadcast, apparently we have a judge that's been actually harboring a Trinidad Agra gang member for quite some time now. Now, you know, this is a judge in our system, our American system, that's going against the grain, that's harboring these illegal criminals and things like that, that we're trying to get out of the country. This is crazy out here. So we're going to go to Fox and we're going to see what's going down here, because this is wild and highly disrespectful to the people, to the judges and things like that we elect, and people that, you know, are supposed to protect us as American citizens and their neighbors. Quarters, nickels, and dimes, people.
A Wisconsin judge under arrest and facing charges accused of flouting federal law to help an illegal immigrant. Federal prosecutors say Milwaukee County Circuit Court Judge Hannah Dugan allegedly helped that migrant avoid arrest by ICE officers at the courthouse. It's a bizarre case and it's still unfolding. Hello, I'm John Roberts in Washington. Sandra, good to see you back again.
All right. Good to be back with you as well, John. I'm Sandra Smith in New York, and this is America Reports. So today's arrest of a judge marks the second such case in the last 24 hours. A former New Mexico judge and his wife were taken into custody yesterday. Federal agents arresting them for harboring a suspected Trinidad gang member in their guest house.
For more on all of this, we are honored to have in the new U.S. Attorney General, Pam Bondi. It's good to talk to you, Pam.
Good to talk to you.
So let me read a little bit from the criminal complaint here. Judge Dugan says, despite having been advised of the administrative warrant for the arrest of Flores Ruiz, Judge Dugan then escorted Flores Ruiz and his counsel out of the courtroom through the jury door, which leads to a non-public area of the courthouse. A foot chase ensued. The agents pursued Flores Ruiz for the entire length of the courthouse and ultimately apprehended him. According to this complaint, Judge Dugan was visibly angry that ICE was there to arrest Flores.
What? Hold on. Hold on.
So what the French toast is there to think about?
Excuse me? So the judge actually sneaks this bastard out the back door where there's no visibility, no public area, things like that. She deliberately, oh my goodness, man. What is going on over here? Why do we have so many traitors over here? What is happening? Is Trinidad Agra paying these people under the table? What is going on here? What is going on? Why are the judges now are involved in smuggling Trinidad Agra gang members? Think about how deep this is. They will lock you up as an American citizen. Let them catch you with a joint on you, or let them catch you with a bad ticket or something like that, or you owe a fine or something like. They're willing to lock you up, but they're out here protecting actual Trinidad Agra gang members. Let that shit sink in. Man, come on, people.
Ruiz even tried to kick the deportation agents out of the courthouse.
Yeah, and to set the stage for you and Sandra, this was truly horrific. This guy was in court being prosecuted by a state prosecutor for domestic violence battery. He had beat up two people, a guy and a girl, hit the guy 30 times, knocked him to the ground, choked him, beat up a woman so badly they both had to go to the hospital. And John, you know, it's so rare for victims to want to cooperate. They wanted to cooperate. They were sitting in the courtroom with the state prosecutor. The judge learns that ICE was outside to get the guy because he had been deported in 2013, came back in our country, commits these crimes, charged with committing these crimes, victims in court. Judge finds out. She goes out in the hallway, screams at the immigration officers. She's furious, visibly shaken, upset, sends them off to talk to the chief judge. She comes back in the courtroom. You're not going to believe this. Takes the defendant and the defense attorney back in her chambers, takes them out a private exit and tells them to leave, while a state prosecutor and victims of domestic violence are sitting in the courtroom.
Wow.
You know, Madam Attorney General, great to have you here, and thanks for coming back on America Report. So we remember these words of Tom Homan, the border czar. This was March 17th, and his message on these judges who apparently are trying to get in the way of this administration's efforts. Listen.
Right.
I'm proud to be a part of this administration. We're not stopping. I don't care what the judges think. I don't care what the left thinks. We're coming.
So when you see these judges trying to obstruct your efforts to make this country safer, what is your message to them?
We are going to prosecute you, and we are prosecuting you. I found out about this the day it happened. We could not believe, actually, that a judge really did that. We looked into the facts in great depth. That's her picture up on the screen, Hannah Dugan, who is now in custody.
Hey, good.
So what's the French toast going to think about?
Lock her ass up. And as big as she is, make sure she gets some emu sandwiches so she can lose some weight out here. Yeah, I'm stupid. But at the same time, though, too, let's, just being serious. This is crazy right here that we have a sitting American judge. She's born here. She's born here. I guarantee you it. Went to school, did whatever she needed to do to become a judge in that whatever district that is, and things like that. And she's actually upholding the illegals over her constituents, over the people that she's supposed to preside over as a judge. And this is the problem right here. Oh, I cannot excuse this. This is crazy right here. She will lock one of us up as an American natural born citizen. She will lock us up for any little minor crime. She'll be willing to lock us up, but she's going to actually keep him, sneak him out the back door. And he's a gang member, definitely basically was on trial, technically to a degree, for, assault and things like that. But but she's going to sneak him out the back. What is going on here? What is going on?
You cannot obstruct a criminal case, and really shame on her. It was a domestic violence case of all cases, and she's protecting a criminal defendant over victims of crime.
In fact, she just had an initial appearance in court. There's also this other case coming out of New Mexico. Judge Joel Cano and his wife were arrested for harboring a TDA member at their home. The alleged TDA member had been picked up by law enforcement, and now he and his wife were picked up and arrested. And you say that you believe, as the attorney general, that the person that they were having living at their home was a truly potentially bad individual.
Yeah, that's the judge up on the screen now who got arrested. Yeah, his name is Ortega. He was a known TDA member, So he comes through Eagle Pass, December 2023. He's living in our country. January 2025, ICE, they get a tip. Tom Homan's done a great job. Our FBI did a great job on this case too. They get a tip that he is living with a judge and the judge's wife. So they have.
Oh, so he in there letting the TDA member bang his wife out.
You old fish-eyed fool.
Yeah, I said it. I sure did. What else is going on up in there? Please. You got that old man sitting up in there. Hold on. Right here. You got that old man sitting up in there. This his wife right there. And you got that young TDA gang member thugged out up in that house. Okay, then. All right. Let's keep going.
Of ICE, they get a tip. Tom Homan's done a great job. Our FBI did a great job on this case too. They get a tip that he is living with a judge and the judge's wife. So they have him arrested first on immigration charges. A Judge Damian Martinez releases him saying that Judge Cano has a good BS meter and wouldn't let just anyone live on his property.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at the associations with this violent Venezuelan gang, Tren de Aragua, and this person that they harbored in their home, he was showing signs through clothing, we were told, tattoos. There was evidence through voice messages and text messages of his association to TDA. So what charges will Cano and his wife face, if any?
So Judge Cano, soon to be former Judge Cano, got his charges were just unsealed. He's charged with obstruction. He admitted post Miranda. He took one of the TDA members' cell phones himself, took it, beat it with a hammer, destroyed it, and then walked the pieces to a city dumpster to dispose of it to protect him. The wife also is charged with destroying evidence. Sandra, not only that, this TDA member, and he had on a necklace that said kill, something about death. He had tattoos all over him. He also had on his cell phone pictures of 2 decapitated victims.
And these are our judges, people. These are the people that have been elected to be judges and things like that. Damn, I wish I could get a clear picture of this situation. I'm sorry. This is crazy. What is going on here? Well, we have judges that are natural born American citizens, went to school, did all the woo-de-woos to become judges in this country and stuff like that. And they are protecting the illegals. They're protecting the illegal gang members. They're protecting, you know what I'm saying, people that do horrible crimes to us as American citizens. What is wrong with treason? Treason.
Victims, 2 victims, decapitated, gruesome photos, and he was sending them out, and whoever he was sending them to was sending back saying, hey, you need to be careful. You shouldn't be sending these. You shouldn't be texting these photos out. Not only that, these 2, the judge and his wife, gave him assault rifles that belonged to their daughter. That's what they're charged with. In the criminal report affidavit, he goes to a shooting range with these assault rifles, with a suppressor, with other known TDA members, and they're shooting. This is the last person that we want in our country, nor will we ever tolerate a judge or anyone else harboring them.
What? Man, hold on here. I'm on fire. I am on fire. Are you kidding me? I'm on fire. Are you kidding me? They gave him guns. Went to the gun range with, I guarantee you, they probably, of course, they probably, definitely the judge, he went to the gun range with him. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't able to go by himself. Dude's illegal with other gang members. Man.
Let me, if I could, Madam Attorney General, come back to the Wisconsin case and Judge Hannah Dugan. Because in allegedly letting the perpetrator and the attorney out through a non-public exit and allowed them to get out in front of the building, we had a situation where we've seen that I know Tom Homan was complaining about in Colorado, where there would be no transfer of a defendant from a jail to ICE custody on a detainer request in a way that was orderly and protected public safety. They would dump them off in a parking lot, and then ICE would have to chase them around with the DEA or whatever, or FBI, and pick them up. This ended up in a foot chase in public sight. It says here, a foot chase ensued. The agents, and this was a DEA agent and an FBI agent, pursued Flores Ruiz for the entire length of the courthouse, ultimately apprehended him near the intersection of West State Street and 10th Street. So the judge apparently has created a situation here where you have a public foot chase. And we all know that, while sometimes they can come off without incident, they can also turn into very dangerous situations.
John, that's exactly right. She put the lives of our law enforcement officers at risk. She put the lives of citizens at risk. A street chase, which is absurd that had to happen. But yes, she put a lot of people in danger. That judge did it. So did the other judge. Judge Cano is charged with, they were allegedly giving him assault rifles, AK-47s, AR-15s, with a suppressor, a known TDA member, letting him go to a shooting range to refine and perfect his shooting skills. Madam What's happened to our judiciary is beyond me.
Yeah, so...
Yo, shout out to Pale Bondi. Man, wow. Hey, this is... Woo, man, I don't know what's happening in this country. I don't know what's happening in this country, man. Listen, look, it's crazy to me that this type of stupidity is happening. definitely with our government officials, Jasmine Crockett, AOC, all these people, you know what I'm saying, Bernie, man, Jesus Christ, our judges are even getting in on the game of protecting these illegals. What is going on with these treasonous ass people?
And what the French toast is there to think about?
This is crazy. They gave this man guns, a silencer. What is a judge doing? What is a judge doing being able to get hold to a silencer, a suppressor? What does he need that for? Like, oh my goodness, man. Y'all got to think out there. This is horrible that we're living in a day and time to where our own citizens that, we've either elected or of course they put in the work to get to these positions and things like that with school, whatever. But all I'm saying is, though, they're in these positions that we're supposed to trust them as American citizens, and they are turning their backs on us to protect illegal people that are actually here to harm us. Protect this country from enemies, foreign and domestic. I've said that plenty of times on my broadcast. It is what it is. It's in the Constitution. That's the facts. Protect this country from enemies, foreign and domestic. But it is what it is, though. Shout out to all my subscribers. Mad love to y'all. If you're new to the channel, please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Make sure you ring that bell to be notified whenever I decide to post things. And like I always say,
and that, my friends, is the bottom line.
That, my friends, is the bottom line.